it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Woods is back with cinema. I'm so very excited. Let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, interesting. Pretty. Ooh. Ooh, pretty. What a freaking beautiful production. Okay, first, I want to talk about the MV first before I get into the music. This was a perfect way to film like this particular MV. I think it was so smart. I love how you start off with, you know, the portable camera, right? And then he's at a cinema and he goes through it back into the memories. I think that's so smart to show the reflection of what this song was all about. This was basically a song about you had a relationship, right? You played it out till the very end. At the very end, it wasn't very great. It was falling apart, right? But you know, especially when it's like young love, or, you know, something that you felt very deeply, like a first love, or, you know, you were in it for a long time. Those kind of like really intense, kind of passionate relationships, I feel like those are the ones where sometimes, you know, especially when we're alone, we go back and we think about them and we replay them in our minds. So I feel like this will, especially in the way that it was shot too, a lot of people will be able to identify with it, and they will see themselves in this particular song. And I love especially the ending where she dematerializes and he's back into the cinema. Very, very smart. I think it was a good idea for to have these two characters, right? I feel like you kind of get lost in almost the movie-ness of it and almost the telling of the story, and it really makes you think about the lyrics as we're going on into the song. I loved the lyricism. WOODZ is so good about this. He is able to just take lyrics and create this beautiful song, and it kind of doesn't matter what he does, his lyrics always hit. And so I found myself writing so many lyrics because I just felt like they mattered so much to the song. And I actually thought it was smart of him not to be in the MV, for just his voice to be there, because I think that it really helped to tell the story, right? He was kind of like the narrator of this story. And some of the lyrics I wrote down from the very beginning: I find you and me in the old reel, still in the glow of your limelight, we're frozen in that timeline. I guess I miss what I left behind. Those kind of lyrics is one of those things, like I said, I think a lot of people can relate to, especially like a first love kind of feeling, or really, like I said, a really passionate, something that flamed really bright. And there's always times that we're going to reflect on those certain things. And I think that showing it in this way, talking about, oh, I found, you know, the old reel, I'm stuck in this timeline because I'm looking at it. Like, that's what's happening, right? And then I just loved how the chorus went into very, very dramatic, much fuller instrumentation sound. One of the lyrics that kept coming up is only to find the faded us, or you're out of sight, but I can't get you out of my mind. Like, that kept going on, and several different times in each chorus it was mentioned. And so it was one of those things where it's like, even though I know it's over, I can't forget it. Like, it was so passionate, it was so important to me, and I just find myself replaying it over and over. In verse 2, I loved the pulling away, which was different from the beginning. It basically, the beginning of the first verse was pretty straightforward as far as like instrumentation and everything. And in verse 2, it pulled away from things a little more. There was a little more drama. There was a little things that were different. I loved how that was different. And then again, the bridge just brought out that instrumentation because it was only instrumental. I thought that was really smart. Until you go into the final chorus, you have kind of this final part of it. Had a little dramatic pause in there. But I think it was actually really smart just to have the instrumentation there, and you watch the scene, like, kind of everything happening in the MV was, you know, him running, she was getting mad at him. Like, it was kind of like the tumultuous end. And I think the instrumentation really played that off. And then in the chorus, the replaying of our final scene, you are out of sight, that final chorus, and then again, him going back, I think was just incredible. Wonderful songwriting. WOODZ never disappoints as far as songwriting goes. He's an incredible artist. So if you guys have never checked him out before, I definitely recommend, you know, doing so. He has songs out there for anyone, because I feel like his genre just he has so much genre experience to him. Like, I feel like WOODZ is kind of a genre in himself, because I feel like he, just like I said, with his lyricism and everything, he just pulls things out, and he has, I would say, typically a rock feel to a lot of his music, but it just, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, except he just has this WOODZ quality about him. And I know that if this song is not for you, I know he has a song that is there for you. So I hope that you guys will check him out. Tell me what you thought of this song. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part in this particular song? I really loved, like I said, the lyricism in the MV. I think they went really well together. So tell me your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.